It's showtime! Live at PJ's. Welcome to another guitar practice session where I will be working on a Will McNicol piece for the next hour. Let me just show you, for those who have not been here before, this is the book from which I am working. And the piece is called Dragon's Back. This is an album that I really enjoy listening to, and I bought the book from Will at a gathering where I met him in 2018, and I brought it home, had a quick flick through it, and promptly put it on the shelf. I was like, I'm not ready for this. But actually, in terms of my playing, not much has changed in those 3 years. I haven't really levelled up all that much, particularly where fingerstyle guitar is concerned. I probably have in flat picking and rhythm and band stuff. You know, I've been doing lots of that. But in terms of fingerstyle, I've been playing the same pieces actually for years, and it was kind of getting me down. So a friend of mine proposed live practice sessions as a way of getting back into my passion, which of course is guitar playing. That's why we're all here, right? And I'm pleased to say it's working. This is session number 5. That means I've showed up for 4 sessions in a row, every Thursday, every Sunday. And here we are again, Thursday night, session number 5. I'm feeling pretty pleased about that. And I did the hack. I set the scheduler up this morning so that nighttime cams would show up, because nighttime cams sometimes doesn't feel like showing up, you know. Sometimes he just feels like chilling or continuing with whatever important work he's doing. What could be more important than guitar, right? So yeah, I've opened up the page. Oh, I remembered, for those of you who've been tuning in and saw me putting my foot on some dictionaries in the last session, I remembered the footstool. It's so much more comfortable, it really is. So you may recall at the last session that I was having particular difficulty with bar 13, and I got a nice response from Will McNicol himself. Responded to a tweet that I put out. So I spent some time looking at Will's video that you can find on YouTube of himself playing this tune, and it's really well done. It's a great video, and you can see the fingering, you can see everything up close. Perfect. So I got to see how he was fingering it, and it was just like I'm fingering it. So, as is written in the book, everything matches up. So then I thought, okay, why am I not able to do this? So in my last practice session, I probably spent a good 40 minutes working on this particular stretch. And since then, I've done it in front of the television a couple of times, where I've just sat and practiced the stretch without caring too much about tone or fluency or anything like that, just working on the finger stretching, because I know it's possible. I've seen Will do it, and it was nice to get a response to him, a response from him telling me, yes, it's a slippery one or something like that, he said. So it didn't come easily for him either, which is a comfort, which tells me that with perseverance it will come. So let's do some stretches with my F scale. That's a workout. feel. I'm going to take my watch off actually. Remove all impediments. So I'm just going to run through that F a couple more times, just to get these muscles here on my wrist a little bit stretched. I can feel that. Right, so I'm just going to run through from the top what I've learned already, get the tune in my head, get myself going. Starting with finger, is it 4? Yeah, it's 4. So yeah, I'm still having to think about the fingering. It's not coming without thinking about it yet, because I learned it without looking at the fingering in the book and had to change it. But the fingering as it's marked in the book makes it easier to play. So a lesson there for you all. I really wish this had 2 dots on fret 12. It's taking a bit of time to choose the target. So a nice drink of Earl Grey tea from Jing tea. It's very nice. Let's move my drink mat. Right. Fingering was wrong there. That's better. String spacing thing. There's Ruben. Hey, hey, my friend. That's my friend Ruben from Belgium. Nice to see you, Ruben. Thanks for checking in. How's the piece going, Ruben's asking. I have had some feedback from Will. I posted a tweet, basically a screenshot of his fingering taken from one of his videos. and said something like OMG. And he replied and said, yes, it's a tricky one. And he sent me a short video of himself playing it, but you know, it wasn't any different really from what was available online, but it was really sweet of him to do that. So yeah, it's just a case of perseverance, I think. So we'll get to it. I'm starting from the top, and I'll get to bar 13 in about 5 minutes, and then I'll probably spend the next 30 minutes on bar 13. This is happening a lot, and I believe it's the string spacing of this guitar that I'm not used to yet. I need to persevere with this guitar before I decide whether I'm going to sell it. So ideally that's going to be plucked there. Like that. Even that second string there instead of here. Okay, from the top. Again. Haha. Haha, I'm hitting it. No way. Yeah, Ruben, the sound is fuller when moving toward the sound hole. So it makes a difference for those that don't play, where you pluck the strings. One of my favourite players who makes really good use of the changing tone is Clive Carroll. I like to think that he wrings the tone from his guitar like a sponge, you know. He gets every single little bit of tone out of his guitar that's available. As does Will, actually. Right, we can move on to page 2. I know I'm capable of doing it now. This is where the bass note comes in for the first time, so it's a nice moment. It's doing the same melody and the same chords, but now with this bass and the syncopation going on, which makes it more challenging. Syncopation is when you're playing on the offbeat. Just adding that one note has added another whole dimension to this. Is he doing it? He's not. Okay. Okay, this is, what does this mean? 2 coda, 1-2 CX2. Got some Latin here, or Italian. There's a, and then it changes time signature. Or does it? No, I don't think it does. It does here, bar 26. If that's the same as that. Coda means tail. Yeah, so it's sending me. So it looks like we've got Roman numerals, CXII. What's that? 110 and 2. 112. If my daughter were here, she would probably know. She's studying this for grade 5 music theory Although she did tell me that her friends have told her that most of the Italian stuff she won't need, and it's only 1 mark in the grade, so not to spend too much time on it. That's what her friends have told her. Coda from the Roman numeral bar until the end. Ah, so what bar is that? Yeah, these are Roman numerals. I'm going to have a listen to the tune and follow it. That's probably the best bet at this stage. So I'll play it on the stream, you can hear it as well. Or better still, I will bring up Will's video. That's what I will do. This video here, so sharing screen. This one. So application or Chrome tab. This one. Ba, 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 ba. Yeah, I've not been doing that hammer on. Right, that's the end of page 2. And that's a really nice thing to say, Ruben. I will pass that on to Will. He will be really pleased to hear that, I am sure. It's a funny thing, this genre of music. It's called fingerstyle guitar, but that really doesn't define the type of music, it just defines how it's played. So it's a strange genre. I've heard, like Tony McManus, look him up, one of his style is called Celtic fingerstyle. So he's got the genre covered, even though it's a fake marketing term, Celtic, but we won't get into that. So he's got Celtic fingerstyle. I'm not sure how you would define Will's music. Modern composition? Yeah, I don't know, actually. It's not classical, although it is... I mean, what does classical mean? that's a period or a... we're getting in the weeds here. Let's just get back to the music. I need to stop my screen share, don't I? Can I just do that? Yeah, I can. So basically I can just follow the page. That's it. There's a pulse to that. This is tricky as. Too far. With the bass note. Oh, this is different. I wasn't actually reading that properly. Camille, pay more attention. This is different. That's the same. No, it's not though. That's going to be a bar. Partial bar. Oh. Miss a string. Oh. Oh, it's nice. Listen to that. Oh, this is nice. This is such a treat. Right, let's go back to the top of page 2. Right, I'm going to use a piece of software here. Will it work? I do have a rip from the CD. So where is it? I'm basically going to take the recording and see if Video LAN will slow it down without changing the pitch. There is a piece of software called the Amazing Slow Downer, which I don't have, that's used for this type of thing. It's a bit bizarre actually that I don't have it. Find, locate in Windows Explorer. So it's an M4A. If I right click, it's on a network drive, so it's taking ages. Right click, open with VLC. I don't know if you'll be hearing that. Keeping that pulse. Was that playing through the stream, Ruben? Yeah, I use PreSonus Studio One as my DAW. It's probably a good idea because then I could loop sections quite easily. I know the keyboard shortcuts. That's a good idea. It was playing okay. That's almost like a pickup note. That's on the beat though. I've got it. The bass note's staccato. Is that indicated anywhere, or am I just getting that? It's got rests after the note, but that's more of a... Does that indicate staccato, kill the note, silence between the notes? I guess it must do. I can dampen the once I've played it instead of so we don't want to do that. We want to do I'm reading tabs, Ruben. I've spent a long time teaching myself to read notation. Again, this is an interesting story, I guess, and I see it in my son as well, is that I'm naturally musical, so it's a shortcut to play music by ear. And when I go back to my childhood, when I was learning piano accordion, which I played from about the age of 5 through to 12, and whenever my teacher gave me a new piece to learn, instead of reading the notes, I would take it to my neighbour who could sight read, and she would play the tune for me on the piano, and I would get it in my head, and then I would go and practice it. And over the years I've kind of regretted that. I've tried teaching myself to read, and I'm actually going through a book now. This would be a good thing to bring back in my live practice sessions. When I did my first live practice sessions, it was using a classical tuition book by a guy called Frederick Node, and it's basically teaching classical from reading notation on the open strings through to much more complex pieces. And I've attempted to get through that book. This is probably my 6th attempt, and I haven't on this attempt got as far as I got the first time. Not the first time. On the time that I got the furthest, I haven't yet reached that point yet. But it hasn't been that long since I last did a lesson from the book, so it's still quite fresh in my mind. This would be a good time, I think, to pick it back up and continue with the notation reading. Mainly for personal satisfaction more than anything else. I think playing guitar from tablature is in a way much easier. And so, actually thinking about it, I'm not entirely sure where the value would be in learning notation. Do you know what I mean? For me, anyway. It just feels like something I want to do, if that makes sense. I'll show you the book, since you're expressing an interest. This one. Solo guitar playing. So this is actually my second copy. I bought my first copy in 1995, I think. And I was teaching here on Arran, and one of my pupils was interested in learning that style. So I thought, okay, this is a good opportunity for me. I can teach the basics, no problem. And I thought this is a good opportunity. So she has that book now. And since lockdown, she hasn't been back for obvious reasons. But, well, there's no but. Yeah, I've got to completion of the first position. And yeah, I would like to pick it back up and keep it going. I think it's a valuable thing. I think this book is meant to go cover to cover because it's iterative. It builds upon what you've just learnt. Goes from open position, first position, second position, so on and so on. Could you go through it as a beginner? Yes, you could go through it as a beginner. And when I was doing my live practices the first time around, which wasn't that long ago, it was before the Part-Time YouTuber Academy, but it was probably a year ago. And I was streaming each practice session from this book, thinking to myself that this was something that would be useful to have on YouTube. I have found other people doing it from this book, but not the whole book and not all the exercises, and sometimes bunches of exercises in one video. But my concern was the copyright issue, because I would have to show the notation on the screen. I do have the book as a PDF, so I could do it. Maybe just do it and see what happens. You could do it with me, Ruben. You wouldn't even need to get the book then. Although you should, because copyright and stuff. So let me know what you think. That could be a good idea. It would mean for me going back to the beginning again. Or in fact, I've probably still got the stuff published anyway. From the beginning, I wonder. I don't know. I'll check that. I only need to be a few steps ahead of you, right? So, I mean, technique-wise, I can pick these things up pretty quick. It's the notation reading that slows me down and makes a new piece take a while to get the hang of. But let me see if I can, and I mean, I know I'm going in the weeds here, but I don't know if the book will actually stay open without, there's one of these. This is why I like ring-bound books so much better. I could play the... Is this where I stopped? I think it is. Let's see if this will come back to me. Yeah. It's alright, Ruben, don't worry. This is still a practice session. I'll do an extra 15 minutes at the end. Get back to Will McNicol's piece. That's a waltz by Ferdinando Carulli. So there you go. It wouldn't take me long to get that back again. And then I could jump on to the next one. And then I'm at Lesson 9, Introduction to Chords. Let me know, Ruben, if you fancy joining me and going through this book, because that would give me accountability and incentive. Let's get back to Will McNicol. Right, I had that rhythm. Can I get it back again? Yeah. Is that really the pinky? I'm going to say no. Hmm. Twelve. 14, 10, 10. Then we've got an interesting looking chord. Need to check the fingering of this. That's 2. Well, what the... Oh my God, what is this? It's not the right fingering. Three. Is that a bar? No. 2. This is another TV watching chord. At least I can do it. And then he's got 753. Oh, you're kidding. Well, you are a monster. Oh, no, this is Pierre Ben Suzanne material. Ah. Those notes. Right, so bar 18 is going to be a real challenge. Right, let's work on this one from bar 14. This is progress. I couldn't play these bars before I started, so this is good. It's 14, 10, 10, 12, 11, 10. It's going down. That's what's happening there. Hear that? Then the monster chord. No wonder you can hear Will's breathing when he plays this chord. Does that arrow indicate that it plays from top string to bottom? Huh, how about that? Back to that again. Seven oh seven eight. Right. Do you need that pulse to keep going there? Aye. Let's have a go from the top and then we'll wind down. Fourth finger. Get grip, Camille. Good session. Good session. Pretty happy with that. For my next trick, I'm going to play a Pierre Ben Suzanne piece. One day. If you look up, hang on, I'll drop this in for you before I go, because this is one of my all-time favourite guitar pieces. Where's my mouse thing? Pierre Ben Suzanne is a French Algerian fingerstyle guitar player whom I've seen live 6 times maybe. He's one of the most musical, incredible musicians I've ever seen. Pierre Ben Suzanne. And the 2 tunes you should look up are Hymn 11 and The Alchemist, which I think is a French title, so it will be L'Alchimiste, however that is in French. 2 incredibly musical, lyrical, gorgeous pieces. Hymn 11, I believe, was composed after the 9/11, the Twin Towers in New York coming down, and I listened to that music when my mum was in hospital dying in 2016. And it got me through that time, as did making music, because that's when I recorded my album as well. And yeah, I would walk the dogs and listen to Pierre Ben Suzanne. So there you go, check that out if you're still on the stream. Ruben, looks like you are. So thank you again, my friend. It's been a real pleasure to play for you, because I know You're the only one here. But that's the point, is I need to keep going with this for me. It's getting me, I mean, look how far I've got. This is the furthest I've been in a new fingerstyle piece for years. And it feels good, you know, so I'm going to keep going with it. My next one's going to be on Sunday, probably at 8 p.m. as well. It's a good time for me to do these. And then I can knock off for the day at 9 and get some chill time. So thank you, Ruben, and thanks to anyone else who's watching this after the fact. You rock. Cheers.